guys, it's Seline and I'm coming to you with another installment of my shoe collection video. This installment, like all the others, is just featuring my designer shoes, so it's just kind of luxury and higher end brands. I'm not showing you guys my Topshop and Zara shoe collection, because trust me, there are plenty of those in the mix as well, but I won't be featuring those in these videos. If you haven't watched my other shoe collection videos, make sure to subscribe because there will be more coming, and you can see all of them on my channel now, and I will try to link all of them below and throughout the video up here for your viewing pleasure. I love chatting with all of you guys on Instagram and Snapchat. Thanks so much for all of your messages and your comments, and you guys are just the most amazing people in the entire world, so thank you so much for that. And if you don't follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, I will put my handles here for you to kind of explore and see if it's something you'd be interested in following. So with all of that said, let's get right to it. Today I'm going to be featuring kind of my neutral, like nude colored shoes, as well as the red, yellows, and orange family of shoes that I have. It's not that many shoes, don't worry. I'm trying to make these videos short so that you guys aren't here all day watching me talk for hours, because that's what it would be. So with that said, let's get straight to it. So the first pair that I'm going to show you guys are these Miu Miu kind of block heel round-toed shoes. They are a really nice kind of nude color, which on me is actually quite dark, but I still love the color, and it has this like perforated detail just all along the opening of the shoe and in the back, and then on the toe it actually has like a little bit of a cap toe, and it's a black, so it's a very retro look. It's a very retro kind of like design. But the great thing about these shoes is that it looks so great with an A-line, like kind of like a frilly skirt. It looks so good. And so I have like a black frilly skirt. I have like, you know, kind of louder prints that go really well with this, and so I will throw these on all the time. These are a size 38, and they're all leather, and again, they're Miu Miu. I love these so much, and I've had these for quite a while. You'll also notice on the shoe, it's actually like sided, like it's not like a octagon or anything like that. It's like half of an octagon because it's flat on one end, but then it has like a dimensional heel all the way around. But yeah, love these. Also in the nude shoe family, I have these Chloe shoes. They are size 37.5, and they are just a strap toe. They have like a bigger strap that wraps around the front of your foot, and then a little strap that wraps around your ankle there with a little buckle. It's like a brushed bronze buckle, and I love these. I love the color of these. It's such a nice nude color. It's a warmer nude color, so although still too dark for me, I still wear them all the time as if they're like a neutral kind of palette shoe. I really do love these. Again, it has like a semi-round heel, and then it has like a stitching detail all along the back like that. I don't know if you can see that. And then it's a very flat shoe, which makes these pretty uncomfortable, but I still love wearing them. They go with so much, and the heel is not too high, and it is pretty thick, so that gives you a little bit more relief. I actually need to get these resoled really bad because I have worn these quite a bit, and these are all leather shoes. They're all leather. There's no other material on these, I think. But yeah, I love these. Similar to those shoes are these Moschino shoes that I have, and I've had these for quite a while. Again, the reason I say that they're similar is because they have a rounded heel that's flat on one end, and then there's absolutely no platform, and they have a strap in front of the toe. And then across the foot they have this leather kind of bow. You see that? I don't know if you see that. And then a strap around the ankle there, just like a thin strap. And it's actually a piece, one strap that goes from the front of the shoe right here all the way through this kind of leather strap to the back. And I love these. I think like Carrie Bradshaw wore a version of these in one of the Sex and the City movies, and that's why I was like, I need to have them. And so I bought these. They're like a mauve kind of brown color, so I do consider them part of my neutral family, although you could kind of consider them a purple, I guess. I would not consider them a purple, but I could see how somebody more of a brown, I guess. Okay, so again, another mauve colored shoe. I guess you could consider this a purple shoe too. I consider it more of a neutral since my purples are a little bit louder. And it's these Chloe wedges. These are in a size 37.5. They are so incredibly cute. They have a wooden heel that's like a dark brown, and then they have mauve leather kind of strap across the front of the foot that's also features a little bit of a bow, and these little tassels that are gold and the same mauve leather. And then there is a strap around the front of the shoe with the gold hardware that wraps around your ankle, and it's much thicker around the shoe, but then the actual strap is quite thin. It's just a little piece of leather. These are wedges, so they're super easy to wear and super comfortable. The leather is a little bit textured, so you can kind of beat them up. And I used to wear these all the time to work because they're just so easy, especially with pants, because the bow detail in the front is a nice little like peekaboo from a long pair of pants, or like a wide leg, like bell-bottom type pant. So yeah, I really love these, and I love the color. The next pair of shoes that I got, you could probably consider part of the pink family, but I consider this a nude shoe because it's the closest thing to a nude shoe that I've been able to find that matches my skin tone, since I'm so incredibly white. Like, I basically should just get a pair of white shoes, and that would be my version of a nude shoe. But instead, I got these Brian Atwood kind of soft pink pumps. They have a rounded point toe, and when I say that, because it's not like a sharp point. It's a very soft pointed toe. And then it has a heel, and it's not too big of a heel. It's probably like 2.5, 3 inches. And I used to wear these when we had press days all the time. I thought that they were like the best shoe ever, like just amazing. And then, you know, they're just a classic pump. Super simple, super easy, super comfortable to wear. Highly recommend them if you're looking for a classic pump. Check out Brian Atwood. I got these at Nordstrom's, I think, or I ordered them from Nordstrom's. But yeah, super cute, right? Love them. So the next pair of shoes that I'm going to show you guys are from Christian Louboutin. And these are my kind of nude spotted print. I'm not sure what kind of animal this would be. Heels, they're like the pointy toed. I think they're like the super high ones, like the 60 millimeter or the 160, 200, or whatever the highest one is, or something like that. Pretty sure that these are them. They're size 38, and I call these my standing room only shoes, in the sense that when I'm wearing them, I cannot walk more than 2 feet because I will bust my ankle. Like, I will kill myself. I will die. I can't go more than 2.5 feet with these shoes on. Like, they are so hard to walk in. But it doesn't stop me from trying to wear them because I love them so much. One time I wore them to a dinner with a bunch of girlfriends, and I valeted my car, and getting from the valet into the physical restaurant, I had to be like, no. No, it was such a disaster. I am such a disaster. But it doesn't stop me from loving them. Like, I love these shoes so much. These are probably my top 10 favorite shoes out of all of my shoes in my collection. But I can't wear them. I can't do it. It's too hard. So that's these. The next shoes that I'm going to show you guys are, again, also some of my favorite. They're from Christian Dior, and they are an orange velvet pump with a pointy toe and about a 3-inch heel, I want to say that is. They get all fuzzy. I got these in a 37.5. They're all leather on the inside, but the outside is all velvet, and they're easily damaged. Like, you can see there's some spots right there. I don't know if you can see those. But that's just because, you know, if they get wet, if they get like dinged or anything like that, it definitely shows, but it doesn't stop me from loving these shoes. I love the color. I love the texture of them. I think that they're so comfortable to wear, so easy to wear, and they add such a pop of color and such a dimension because of the material that they're like some of my favorite shoes. Next shoes that I'm going to show you guys are from Christian Louboutin, and I call these my mariachi shoes. And they are these platform pumps from like 3 or 4 years ago, I want to say. They're embellished with like beading and crystals and kind of stitching, like amazing gold stitching. And the reason that I call them my mariachi shoes is because the pattern of the stitching and the crystals is very similar to the patterns of a lot of really intricate mariachi costumes. And so I call them my mariachi shoes because I just think that they're so amazing. And they're red suede underneath all of the kind of embellishment. So you don't really see the red suede that much, but they're definitely a red shoe, just with a kind of fun, I don't want to call it a print because it's obviously like, you know, it is embellished, but from a distance it almost looks like a print. But normally height is very intimidating for me, so even if it has a platform, if it's really high, I get a little intimidated to wear them because I'm going to fall on my face. But these I'm not so much intimidated by, and I really do love these. I think that these are some of the most spectacular shoes I've ever seen, and I love them. I love them, I love them, I love them, I love them. But yeah, the colors, I mean, my mariachi shoes. The next shoes I'm going to show you guys are by Moschino, and I don't think I've ever worn these shoes, and I've had them for like 8 years. They are a peep toe kind of Mary Jane style shoe, and they have a red suede and a gray leather with kind of this gold like hardware that puncture that like assembles it. They're very retro, they're very vintage. They have some cutouts on the side. I got these in a size 37.5. They have gold hardware that matches kind of the puncture hardware around the toe and the ankle. I just love these shoes so much. I like think that they're so just like statement-y, you know? The color combination of the gray and the red with the gold hardware, I think is just like flawless. Like they're so amazing. But I've never been able to wear them, and that kind of breaks my heart. So yeah. The last pair of shoes that I'm going to show you guys are by Seline. I love these Seline shoes so much. I wear them to death. They are a suede red Seline pump with a rounded toe. It's all suede. It has about a 4-inch heel, 3-inch heel. I don't know. I got these in a 37.5. They have black leather interior, as you can see here. But the shape of this shoe, like for just needing like a classic red pump, like when you just need like a classic red shoe, the shape of this shoe is perfect for my feet. It's perfect for the look that I tend to want to gravitate towards. I'm not a huge fan of super pointy toes because I feel like it makes my foot look really long and like a little, and it's harder for me to walk in. So I don't know. I like a rounder toe, and so I wear these all the time. The red is the most perfect color red you could imagine. I just love them. So the last pair of shoes, the last pair I promise that I'm going to show you guys in this video are my first ever in my life Christian Louboutins. These are the first pair of Louboutins I ever purchased. These are the first pair of like red soles that I got to introduce into my closet, and I wore them to death. I thought I was too cool for school when I got these, because I was like, I got red soles, everybody, me and J-Lo. You know, like, I thought I was so cool. No. But I still find them incredibly beautiful. I still think that they've held the test of time, and despite the fact that they're kind of a unique set of colors and a very unique cut of shoe, I do think that they are a very classic design. And they are these gold kind of jewel toned strappy number here. They have about a 4.5-inch. I haven't worn them in so long now, but when I first bought them, like, these were the only Louboutins I had in my closet for at least a year or two after, you know, like, and so I wore these to death. And like I said, they're like a gold metallic material throughout, and then they have these little jewel toned windows that are made of that same plastic material that make my feet sweat, but because they're a color, they don't fog up. Or they do fog up, but you don't notice. And so yeah, they're like a strappy number. I mean, like, they're very Cleopatra-y, and they were my first pair of Louboutins in my whole life. And so even if I never wear them again, I will keep them for all of eternity because they hold a very dear place in my heart. I love them. I love them so much. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this selection of shoes that I put together for you in this installment of my shoe collection video. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more installments and for other collection videos as well as haul videos and all sorts of fashion related stuff. I love talking with you guys on Instagram and Snapchat and in the comments below, so feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my handles here somewhere, and the comments of course are below, so feel free to talk to me through there. I love you guys so much. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!